Today, it's colder than a well digger's ass in January, but we get to work on this sweet old gasser, so check it out. Well, some of y'all may recognize this car. It came from the Dallas area, is what I was told. Pretty sure it's a Survivor gasser that someone had put back on the road or got going anyways. And this thing's pretty real deal, old school hot rod stuff. I mean, speed holes throughout the frame everywhere. The lift blocks on the front are some old I-beam. Push bars on the back made from some jack handle. It's not rat rod, guys. It's real deal old hot rod stuff where they were just doing what they could with what they had. I think it's pretty bitchin'. The thing sounds pretty rowdy, and we're lucky enough today that we get to work on it, so pretty cool. Well, we're not doing nothing real crazy on this. Sam brought it to me with wanting to put a steering stabilizer on it. He's already done his research. He's talked with gasser guys. This is the part he came up with. I believe he said it's a Volkswagen part. I'm not sure. Here's the part number in case that helps anyone out. He has some kind of kit in here with it that he had found, and we'll use some of the parts from it. Basically what we're doing is we're going to build a bracket that goes on the bolts that hold on your spring on one side. We're going to run this thing as horizontal with the drag link as we can, and he's got a little thing in here that will clamp up to the drag link. Our hole sizes are a little different. We'll make that work. So pretty straightforward shot here, guys. First thing I'm going to do is I'm going to get the front jacked up. I'm going to measure and see how much range we got on this front drag link. Sam said he knows this thing's going to limit his steering. He ain't going to be able to go lock to lock, and he's okay with that. So we're going to measure the range on this thing as well. Find the center. We'll set the wheels as straight as possible at center, and we'll set this thing at the halfway point. That way we got the same amount of range one way as the other. I'm just going to measure how much is on the car anyways, just so I can let him know how much he lost, basically. So let's get started. That 5 inches, that's great because we actually have over 6 on this thing, so this really shouldn't limit our lock to lock, so that's even better really. So now we'll get started on making brackets for this thing. This looks like it's going to be a pretty straightforward shot, so I'm going to do a quick run through of what I think we're going to have to do. That kit he bought come with this bracket. These two holes pretty well line up with the U-bolts up here to put it on the back side. So we're basically going to have to kind of probably cut some of that stuff off like that. We're going to knock the ugly off this bracket, kind of clean it up, make it look more like it's fit for this thing. Well, this thing fits up there really good, guys. When this is on there, it's running nice and horizontal with that drag link. So to correct this thing, having that bend in it, what we're going to do, and I just talked to Sam to make sure he is okay with this. We're not going to make this thing clamp onto the drag link. We're going to weld onto it. So what I'm going to do is take this bracket that was for the clamp. We're going to cut it off here. This oversized hole in here, got this little bushing I cut. We're going to set it in there at the same angle as this to basically be able to get it running level. We'll put a weld around on that, and then we're going to weld this it straight to the drag link. I did some measuring where I'm cutting is going to make this thing run the same distance off the drag length as far as maintaining that. And like I said, it's running horizontal with it great. So it should put this thing in a position, straightforward, easy. So let's finish this thing up. I didn't need my eyeballs. Well, this one's not going to work. This material that I found to make that bushing was just too thin, and welding it, I did blow that out there. I did just find some thicker material that I'm not going to have to hollow out at all. Should work great. So I'm going to remake this piece out of a tab I have, and we'll keep going. Well, what I was doing didn't work. First plan anyways. I had it where it's going to be front of the drag link. That way it's kind of hid between the axle and the drag link. And I was being an idiot, not thinking about how the drag link would come forward when turning. So what we're doing, same principle as what I done. Get underneath there and I'll show y'all real quick. Underneath here, ended up having to flip this bracket to get it picked up. With it flipped, I drilled a new hole to get it as low as possible, where it is hit as much as possible, but it don't hit the drag link. And down here, I just made this tab here, did another piece of pipe in there as a bushing to offset it, and it worked out good. And hopefully you can see we got them both running parallel or horizontal with each other, however you want to say it. So should be good to go. Pretty straightforward shot today, guys. Had that one hiccup, not using my brain. It happens. Got it buttoned up though. Next thing I'm gonna do is go pick up Sam, bring him back over here where we can check this thing out. Well, that's it. That thing is bitching. I'd love to see him get on it when it's actually warmed up. It sounds pretty rowdy. He was happy with it. I think it turned out cool. So hopefully we'll see that thing back for a little bit more work. He's got a few more ideas. Check out my other videos if you haven't yet. Like, share, subscribe, comment. Hop over on Instagram, give me a follow on there, and I'll see you guys next time.